Dive 774 on the Fujikawa Maru in Truk Lagoon. This dive is from March 2025 and was part of a week-long liveaboard on the Truk Odyssey, and this was the second dive we did on this particular wreck. Started off on the deck near the forward king posts, passing over that lantern there. And here we have a memorial both to the ship itself as well as one of the original divers who discovered a lot of the diving here. We also have this bowl here with the logo Toyo Tokiko, which is a Japanese toilet manufacturer. And starting the dive proper, we descended down into hold number 3, which is full of oil drums scattered along the bottom of the hold, and then we make our way forward towards hold number 2. Hold 2 is the highlight of this dive. It has a collection of aircraft fuselages, both the Zero fighters and a single example of a Claude aircraft, which is the only known survivor of that particular aircraft make. Here we can see one of the bodies of the aircraft, which is starting to rapidly deteriorate, having now been down for a very long time, and being made of fairly lightweight construction to start with. I believe that is the cap that goes over the front of the engine, and we also have a battery there. Quite silty this area, as there's quite a lot of divers looking at the planes, but they can see the cockpit with the seat still in it. And there is a side-on view of that battery from before. We have an aircraft propeller there, half buried in the silt. And there is part of the tail wing. A couple more barrels here. Second, as I swim forward, you can see another propeller with the blade still attached to it. And here you have the aircraft cockpit, where you can see some of the controls as well as the pedals down at the bottom. Wing of one of the planes here. Again, starting to disintegrate now. There's the body there. There's one of these containers which we think contained ammunition for the planes. Another fuselage there. And the tail of one of the aircraft. And moving forward into hold number 1, we have some ammunition shells here, which look like they've been recovered and are waiting to be refilled. As well as some bullet casings there. And lots of spare propeller blades for the aircraft we saw in hold number 1. This is a very mangled up engine of an aircraft there. And then we sort of ascended up out the skylight to get to the bow of the wreck, where there's this rather impressive gun, where you can still see the maker's mark from 1899. So this would have been repurposed several times before eventually being fitted to the front of this ship. Merchant ships didn't have the same priority for armament, so they generally used older guns where they were available. Had quite a lot of sea life around this deck gun as well. You can see some Trevally there in the distance, as well as some Dogtooth tuna swimming around the front of the wreck. Some more shots of the gun there, and again Trevally. In a second you'll see this school of red fish with blue lines down the side. They are dark banded Fusiliers. These sort of school of fish appeared as we were looking at the gun and circled for quite a while, which made for some nice shots. We've also got here a ship's telegraph, and you can see the manufacturer's nameplates there, as well as some of the commands that are still visible, including let go anchor and make fast. A couple more shots of the deck gun, including in a second having a look directly up at the barrel. A couple small damselfish swimming around it there. And a couple more shots of the back of the gun. You can see some of the mechanisms here, as well as that maker's plate we discussed before. Then it's time to swim back down the deck. Here are the Bluefin Trevallies again, which was schooling among the coral growth that's there. We have an orange-lined triggerfish swimming around here, trying to hide, but quite visible once it comes out. As well as a Pacific orange-spined unicornfish, centre frame there with the sort of spike above its head. And then we finished and did our safety stop on the king posts once again.